Hey guys, happy Christmas. So it I didn't get to watch Doctor Who Christmas special last night. Christmas was just absolutely chaotic. I was over at my parents' house. There were five dogs. Just absolute mayhem. And then of course we always go to my Nana's house for Christmas. And so we usually don't get back until late. And because there were five dogs at my parents' house, I was woken up at like 3 in the morning to let the dogs out. Just absolutely exhausted. So finally back at my house. Finally got a chance to watch the new Doctor Who Christmas special. So I'm going to give you my review right now. So my review of Doctor Who and the Church on Ruby Road. Here goes. Okay. I'll be honest. I didn't love it as much as I loved the 60th anniversary specials. And I was very excited to have a Doctor Who special on Christmas again. So this is the first time we've had a Doctor Who Christmas special since the 12th Doctor, Peter Capaldi, which is awesome because honestly, I love Jodie, but it didn't feel like Christmas without a Doctor Who special. So I'm glad that we finally have Doctor Who Christmas specials again. So that's exciting. But the whole goblin thing, the whole goblin storyline was just weird. So we first meet Ruby Sunday, the new companion. She is she's playing in a band at a bar or something. And she sees the doctor. The doctor's dancing on the floor. She just sees him out there for like a couple nights in a row. Weird things keep happening to her. She's super clumsy, whatever. And yeah. And then we see that it's actually goblins. His little tiny creepy fingers doing weird things. She goes back to her family and they get a new baby. And we find out that Ruby was abandoned on Christmas Eve, her birthday. And she was adopted by her foster mother and her Nana. And she just lives there with them. And she is 19 years old. So apart from Rose, she is probably the youngest of New Who companions that we've had. Probably Adric is the youngest of companions. But I am not well versed in classic Who, so I can't tell you for certain. So I'm not even going to say who of all the companions is the youngest, but I would say Ruby and probably Rose are the two youngest of New Who. So Ruby, she finally meets the doctor. Sorry, she doesn't meet him yet. So she's at her mom's house. They get a new baby who was abandoned on Christmas Eve, like Ruby. So baby's birthday is also Christmas Eve. And then she's bringing home the groceries, drops the eggs, the grocery bag bottom rips out, and eggs break, and they get the baby. So her mom has to run out to the grocery store, get new groceries, and mom's like, don't lose the baby. Like, how am I gonna lose baby, mom? Okay, whatever. With everything that's weird happening to Ruby, I was honestly shocked that the crib didn't break. Honestly. I was surprised the goblins didn't do something to the crib because I thought for sure that they'd break the crib or something, honestly. I thought for sure they would break the crib because they were just breaking everything else left and right and whatever. So somehow the goblins get into the apartment. They steal the baby. Ruby sees them sneaking out. I guess there's like a sunroof or a skylight or something in the ceiling. She grabs the ladder and she climbs out. And there's a ladder just hanging in the sky that she jumps onto. And the doctor sees her doing this and he's like, what? You just see a ladder and you just climb on? And so he jumps on the ladder with her. And they're struggling to hold on. And the doctor has made these gloves that can apparently hold weight. They're like super strength gloves, right? And you only need one to hang on to a rope ladder to hold your weight and do all these amazing feats of strength. Like, doctor's got tech now. He's got all this gear. He's got a new fancy sonic screwdriver, which doesn't look like a sonic screwdriver. I'm sorry. I hate the new sonic screwdriver. I said it. It looks weird. It doesn't look like a sonic screwdriver. So the doctor and Ruby meet. They end up going onto the goblin ship in the sky. Goblins are trying to eat the baby. Doctor and Ruby get tied up. Doctor gets out of his ropes. Oh, because he spent time with Harry Houdini. That was a hot summer. Nice, Doctor. He unties Ruby. They go. They grab baby Lulubelle. And they bow to the Goblin King, run away, go back to Ruby Sunday's flat, and the goblins are pissed off, and they break a crack through the ceiling. Then the goblins go back in time, and they end up stealing Ruby. Ruby disappears. Ruby's mom and her nan don't remember her at all. So the doctor has to go back in time, stop the goblins from stealing Ruby, and bring her back. Which, he does that. I was honestly kind of disappointed that he didn't stop the woman who dropped Ruby off. Like, he didn't stop her mom, find out who she was, but that's a mystery. The other thing was, at the beginning of the episode, Ruby was on a show for like orphans or whatever, and they keep calling her a foundling. And they do a DNA test, and neither of her parents' DNA is like on this earth. So Ruby is 19 years old, so she would have been born in 2004. Nuhu started in 2005, so unfortunately that doesn't match up with any of our timelines there, because I was originally thinking like, oh, Rose and the Doctor or something like that, but no. So that doesn't match our timelines. But there's no DNA for her on this that they can find. So that's kind of odd. So either she does have parents out there, or another theory that I have is that maybe her parents are alien? Just a fun theory that I had, that it's just a theory. We'll see. I don't know. But the end of the episode, she runs out of the apartment. There's still a massive crack in the ceiling. Doctor didn't fix that. So Mom and Nan are just left with baby Lulubelle in a flat with a massive crack in the ceiling in dead of winter. Lovely. And Ruby runs out into the TARDIS, flies off with the Doctor. Okay. End of story. So yeah. Hated the Goblins. It was a very odd storyline. Was not a fan of the story. As far as all of the Christmas storylines go, it was probably my least favorite. Oh, excuse me. Loved Shooty as the Doctor. I did. I'm excited to see more of Shooty as the Doctor. So, spring of 2024. It will be coming faster than we realize, honestly, because October, November, December went faster than I thought. So I think spring is going to come faster than we think it will. I also enjoyed Ruby. I think she didn't get a chance to quite find her footing in this episode, just because there were so many strange things happening to her this episode with the goblins and the baby. Just everything was a lot for her. So I think when we hit series 1 or season 1 or whatever the hell we're going to be calling it, I think she will be coming into her own. So that will be exciting to watch. So we will just have to wait and see how that pans out. We didn't get to see a whole lot of the TARDIS, which was disappointing. Also, who was the old lady neighbor who was like, it's like you've never seen a TARDIS before? Like, how does she know about the TARDIS? Like, she saw it take off and disappear, and then she's just sitting there in her chair with a blanket on her lap, drinking from her flask, and she knows all about the TARDIS. Who is she? If you've seen Classic Who and you know who she is, please tell me who she is, because I don't know who she is and I need to know. Okay, thanks. Yeah, that's all I got. Happy Christmas. Have a lovely New Year. Oh, Becca wants to say hello. Hello. Okay. Bye.